The quietest street in town, Flowervale Street, seems like the most peaceful place on earth. Perfect hedges, colorful porches, and neighbors who smile too much. 12-year-old Lila Bloom moves there with her father and little brother after her mom's passing. But Lila quickly notices something strange. The flowers whisper at night. And every home has a perfectly blooming garden, even in winter. The garden next door, Lila meets her next-door neighbor, Mrs. Thistle, a sweet old woman with glowing roses. Her house smells like summer, even when it snows. Hang on. Mrs. Thistle gives Lila a strange-looking flower seed, saying, "Plant this when the moon sings." Lila laughs it off, until the moon actually hums that night. She plants the seed, and the ground shimmers. Something grows overnight. By morning, the seed has become a glowing bud with eyes. It blinks at her and purrs like a cat. Lila hides it in a shoebox, naming it Pip. Later that day, the neighbors greet her with unnatural cheer. They all say the same phrase, "The flowers keep us blooming." Lila starts to worry. Something's wrong on Flowervale Street. The secret beneath the soil. At night, Lila follows Pip's glowing leaves into her backyard. There, she discovers a hidden trapdoor under the flower bed. She descends and finds an underground greenhouse glowing with strange energy. In the center is a mural. Flowervale protects. Flowervale remembers. Lila hears a whisper. "You've been chosen, Lila." She flees, but Pip follows. Meet the Bloom Society the next day. 3 strange kids confront Lila at school. Reed, a nervous inventor, Posey, a bubbly genius, and Juniper, a grumpy plant empath. They call themselves the Bloom Society, and they know about Pip. They tell Lila that Flowervale is enchanted, protected by ancient botanical magic. But something is going wrong. The magic is becoming corrupted. Pip might be the last to pure bloom. The first wilting, one of the perfect gardens on Flowervale, starts turning black. The flowers scream in the night, and the neighbor disappears. Lila sees a dark root crawling across the lawn. The Bloom Society says it's the work of the withering, a magical infection. It drains joy, color, and life. And it's spreading fast. Nan Iris finally reveals the truth. She was once part of the original Bloom Society decades ago. They made a pact with ancient bloom spirits to protect Flowervale forever. But one of the founders, Silas Thorne, betrayed the pact and vanished. Now he's returned, using the withering to take revenge. Only a true bloom child can stop him. Searching for Silas, the kids use enchanted flower maps to track root activity. They discover an abandoned house at the end of the street, Silas's old home. Inside, it's full of dead vines, broken clocks, and shadowy whispers. They find a petal-shaped key in a cracked mirror. A voice hisses, "The garden belongs to me now." The withering strikes again. Pip is taken during the night. Pip is stolen by a swarm of shadow petals. Lila is devastated, her first real friend gone. The Bloom Society vows to get him back. They craft magical weapons, sunflower light bombs, thorn shields, dandelion darts. Juniper whispers to the flowers, gathering help from the soil. The rescue mission begins. The garden war, they find Pip in the town greenhouse, turned into a darkened bloom. Silas appears in the vines, now twisted into a plant-shadow hybrid. He reveals his plan. Turn Flowervale into a permanent mindless garden. Lila pleads with Pip to remember her. A single tear from her cheek falls on him. He glows again. Pip breaks free and blasts Silas with flower light. The bloom awakening with Pip restored, all gardens start pulsing with energy. The bloom spirits awaken, whirling forms of petals, color, and memory. They test Lila's heart through a magical trial. She must walk through her mother's memory and let go of grief. Through tears and courage, she passes. The spirits declare the Bloomkeeper is chosen. The Bloomkeeper rises. Lila receives the Bloomkeeper's crown, a glowing circlet of vines. It grants her power to command life, but only through kindness and balance. The society rallies behind her. Flowervale's defense is now in her hands. She and Pip soar across rooftops on a giant flying petal. They head to the final battle at the corrupted garden gate. Silas awaits with the withering fully unleashed. Final bloom battle. The gardens of Flowervale rise against the withering. Flowers turn into creatures of light and defend the town. Lila and Silas duel, magic against magic, life versus decay. Silas tries to drain her with grief, but she transforms it into hope. With a radiant blast, she seals the withering back underground. The gate cracks, And the curse ends. A new spring Flowervale is alive again, but not perfect anymore. Some gardens are wild, some weird, some wonderfully colorful. The neighbors now grow their own magic, flaws and all. Lila's dad opens a flower shop called A Bloom and Bright. Pip becomes the neighborhood mascot. The Bloom Society grows bigger than ever. The next Bloom child, Lila, mentors new kids who hear the flowers. One shy girl, Mira, accidentally grows a tree through her bedroom. Lila smiles and says, "You're one of us now." The Bloomkeeper role will one day pass on. But for now, Lila keeps watch over her street. Because magic belongs to the kind and the curious, a festival of flowers, the town throws its first festival of flowers. Light petals rain from the sky, music plays, and magic blooms. Even Silas's old house grows sunflowers again. Nan Iris dances with her old Bloom Society friends. Lila crowns Mira with her first petal ring. Flowervale is finally in full bloom. Post-credit scene 1, the cracked mirror deep underground in the hidden ruins. The cracked mirror from Silas's house flickers. A tiny shadow peeks out. A piece of the withering survived. It whispers in new soil, new secrets, and vanishes into a crack in the earth. The garden may need defending again. Someday, post-credit scene 2, Pip's surprise Pip burrows under the flower shop and finds a glowing seed pod. It hatches, a tiny, bouncing blue rose creature. Pip now has a sidekick. Lila laughs. "Oh no, now there's 2 of you?" The screen fades with joyful flower giggles. A new adventure is already blooming. The Bloomkeeper's journal. Lila begins writing a journal of magic discoveries. Day 1, the lavender bush has opinions. Day 2, Juniper taught it sarcasm. She documents every secret of the street. Her final line: "If you ever find a glowing seed, plant it with love." The journal floats onto a bookshelf in another town. A flower in the city far away, in a gray concrete city. A crack opens in a sidewalk. A small glowing tulip pushes through the pavement. A curious child kneels down and touches it. Petals swirl in the air, and faint whispers begin. The Bloomkeeper legacy is just beginning. Fade to black. Roll credits with flower petal animation.